We're way too sensitive. We've breeded generations of just hypersensitive, babies. I mean, I edited myself, but we are. I mean, we're just, you go back to the 30s and the 40s, and you look at the movies and you see the men and the women and everybody, and like, we've got a bunch of just, soft, we're just soft and just, thin-skinned and just, where's the whole idea of, brushing yourself off, tightening up the belt, and getting it done? Instead, we're a bunch of whiny, by the way, that you see Israel is exactly that too, this has not changed very much. They're a bunch of whiny little babies back there coming out of Egypt. Whine. But you could justify and say, well, but how did they know how to be, anything but that? They were slaves. All right, but we haven't been slaves for a long time. So when are we going to just step up and stop being whiny little babies? Oh, but Rabbi, I hurt my feelings. Well, pick them up and put them in the bag. Then I can't step on them. You want warm fuzzies? Go back to Christianity and find somebody who'll tickle your ears and get all the warm fuzzies you want. You're not going to get anywhere, but you get all the warm fuzzies you want. What do you want? You want to get into the kingdom, or you want someone to make you feel good? All right? We've been coddled into this soft mess we're in now. Don't you think it's enough of that? That is why you are in the mess you're in. Anybody that's in a mess is because you've been coddled to this point. You didn't have a father around or somebody around to kick you in the tuchus. That's a scriptural term. In Yiddish. The Yiddish version. And make you get off your tuchus and do something. All right? Because if you did that now, you get arrested. Try to discipline your kid and get him to wake up. I want to go back a few generations and see how quickly your generational parent back then would have let you live in their basement until you were 30. That was not happening. But now, coddling and, everything else. And enabling. I've got parent after parent that calls me, and I'm not quoting anybody from a call recently or anything, so I don't know who's online, but I don't even remember the phone call, but I've had so many of them where they're telling me about problems with their adult children, and then I go, well, where do they live? In my house? Then throw them out. Oh, but they'll, what do you mean they'll? Throw them out. Well, they'll end up on the street, they'll end up this, so then they'll have to wake up and fix their lives. Right now, they're ruining theirs and yours. You throw them out, they'll only ruin theirs. Oh, you're so mean. No, you're ruining them. You're ruining them. When they get up and go to Starbucks and they have no job and they're going to get coffee, change the locks. Put their stuff on the front lawn. With their technology, and change your internet password so they can't use your internet while they're sitting on your front lawn. I'm just telling you, people will call me all the time and they're having problems with their adult children who live at home. I'm talking about not 21, 20, I'm talking about 35. Look, I don't have a problem with life happening. I had to go back to my parents' house, but I went back for a very short window of time to accomplish a regrouping after some terrible things happened in my life, and then I left right away. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about people that have been there all the way to 35 with no hope of leaving. Throw them out. I don't mean throw them out just that way. Sit down and say to them, we need to have a plan for your exit strategy. Because you need to go. I love you, but you need to go. Yeah, I never designed it for multiple adults to be living in the same house that are not husband and wife. Anything more than that, 2, not good. And you all know it. You put more than 2 adults in a house, it's not a good thing past 3 days, maybe. That's why you visit people and you leave before you kill each other. Okay? You know what I'm talking about. We have become so soft. You know? And by the way, I listen to and I follow a lot of the motivational speakers out there, and I can tell you something that I've noticed in their rhetoric. The more the world has gotten soft, the more they've gotten harsher in their trying to wake them up. The language they use is more colorful and more in your face to try to somehow prod an absolutely asleep world into waking up and doing something. It used to be just rah-rah and, hey, you can do it. And, oh, no, now they're like in your face trying to do anything to throw cold water and slap you to wake up. I mean, I'm listening to generationally all the way back to, 50 years ago and 60 years ago, the original ones that we had, putting out motivational stuff. Earl Nightingale and all those, way back. And now you listen to the difference as you get to the guys today. And they're trying everything they can. They're just not throwing bombs out there just for the thrill of it. They're trying to get you to wake up. Guess what? That's scripture. I read scripture to you, and I'm trying to get you to wake up. It's not a game. This is practice for the real thing, and we're not practicing very well. And that's all the prophets were sent to do, wake people up. Light a fire. What is it going to take to have a fire lit? If you had a fire lit, you would do it. There'd be no issue when your boss tells you you need to work on Saturday. You'd be like, well, I'm glad. I appreciate that's what you feel like, but I can't do it. If that's going to cost my job, I understand. I don't fault you that. I'll go look for a new one. I mean, where's the fear? You're fearing Yahweh, you're fearing other things. If you got a fire that's lit, you are not fearing anybody but Yahweh. But you guys are still complacent and sitting back and spoiled and fat. And I mean that from the metaphor that it talks about of being spoiled. And we're just kicking back and just kind of existing through life, hoping to somehow make it at the end of it. Where's the drive? The excitement and the drive. I mean, that's what the motivational speakers are trying to do too with your regular life, trying to wake you up and get you to have some sort of a drive. Well, that's what's going on in these teachings here, trying to get you to wake up and be motivated. Enthusiastic, that's God in you, enthusiasm. Be enthusiastic about what you need to do. See, light and darkness, you got to go after that light, seek that light, drive and go and bring in that light, embrace that light. You got to do a lot of stuff. It's doing and effort and work. But then once you get it going, it's joy, it's pleasure, it's... Any of you have ever worked out in the gym, you know how miserable it was to get started. But once you got a routine going, you looked forward to going every day that you went. And then if something happened and you missed a few months, drudgery to start all over again. It's hard to get started. It's not hard to keep it going once you got some momentum going. So do the same thing with your spiritual life. Get excited, get some momentum going. Amen? I don't know where that all came from. Go ahead, next question. Because, man, I want to just get in there and get you guys going.